A Dutchman was walking by himself and saw Snake lying under a large stone. Snake implored his help, but when she had become free, she said, "Now I shall eat you." The man answered, "That is not right."
I'm Franco Abbott.
I'm Brian Asinja.
DreamAfrica is a mobile subscription platform
that lets children read, listen, and watch authentic African stories.
At home and at school, across borders. We dream Africa.
Indeed, Brian and Franco's dream continue to be realized, particularly in the United States and Kenya, where DreamAfrica has its main headquarters and African regional office.
Part of the reason why DreamAfrica actually started 52 is because there was an emotional connection to that, right? So besides having to publish books so that other people can read in order to do business with them, I need to reconnect with who I am, or where I come from. I need to make sure that my children can do the same, whether they're born here, whether they're born in the UK, or wherever it is they're born. I need a platform that conveys genuine history or genuine perspectives about who I am, not just the Western perspective of what they think that I am. So sometimes it's not really about money, it's about finding yourself. It's about reassuring yourself that you're actually worth what you think you are, or what you were brought up to believe you are, right? So that's that connection that I make with that, right? So for instance, none of my children, well, all of my children would have Igbo names, because now I understand the importance of bearing Chike in the United States or Chige in Nigeria, right? So it's all of that and more, right? The fact that we have technology that can now help us do that is also very important.
I love digital storytelling because it teaches me about other cultures and myself.
I dream Africa.
DreamAfrica would like to acknowledge the support of a key partner, the Tony Elumelu Foundation, who have facilitated DreamAfrica's access to knowledge, mentorship, and an informative network, as Brian shared with Mr. Tony Elumelu, the founder of the Tony Elumelu Foundation at Columbia Business School.
Brian, can you come and tell us, maybe you should respond to this?
With specific to the question on how the foundation and other entities have been helpful or supportive, I would say the first thing was knowledge, or access to knowledge. And specifically for me, the very fact that somebody like Tony existed in Africa. So I think growing up, I didn't have any mentors or superheroes, as you would say, from a business perspective. And so to allude to your question, I think somebody else asked earlier around branding. When you see somebody else who's done it, it does instill an extra layer of confidence, and that to me is priceless. But back to the business side of things, we had very supportive mentors. Our mentor was very good that we decided to keep him on and get him some equity. So he's still on board and is advising us on the financial side of things. But as in other areas, we've been able to then be able to set specific goals around our Africa launch, and my co-founder is Kenyan, so we decided that because the Kenyan government has been rather aggressive in creating business-friendly policies, that would be the right place to start and launch. Of course, there's still a lot to be done. Of course, there's a lot of work as a startup. But I think going through that process with other peers, having the network where you can constantly post questions and get the support and mentorship you need really makes a whole lot of difference rather than going it alone. So I think continuing to access information and other resources, whether it's mentorship or policy guidance with regards to navigating the legal system in Africa, those are things that, you know, experienced or not, we will continue to need guidance on, and that will be my short answer.
So when you hear that Africa is rising, say yes, Africa is rising. So why would you like this? And so for me, the satisfaction of the 20 million entrepreneurship program, you know, to have, so last year we have 8,000 people like him in Africa. This year we have another 1,000 people like him in Africa, and see what he's talking about, what they're doing, what they want to do. That, in my viewpoint, is catalytic, and that, in my viewpoint, is truly finding an African solution to African challenges, or African development issues. It doesn't come better than this.
I love DreamAfrica.
I'm a teacher at PS51. I've used DreamAfrica for my pre-K students through 2nd grade, and I absolutely enjoy it. The children adore every moment of digital learning. I think it's really important because it's very interactive. The children love the creativity of the stories, and many of them can actually relate to the characters because of their cultural backgrounds. So I highly recommend it. I encourage every teacher to use it, and I look forward to continuing to use it daily in my practices. Thank you.
Digital storytelling is the best.
See you, Dragon. I'm flying with you heaven with fathers and friends on this rope ladder.
How dare you, Quaku? I will eat you.
Oh no! But what about these bones?
I must swallow them, but I will climb and eat you afterwards.
Oh no! But what about this tooth?
I must get through this, but I will climb and eat you afterwards.
Oh no! But what about this ladder?
I'm
You are smart and wise, so God turns you into the sun. Your father will be the moon, and your friends the stars. Protect them always with your heat and light.
Hey, that's why the moon and the stars receive light from the sun.